Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into some wild Reddit tales of entitled parents who just didn't get the memo about boundaries. You think your parents are bad? Wait until you hear these stories. Spoiler alert, you'll probably feel better about your life. Let's jump in. My family has never been like others, where they express their feelings or talk openly about problems. Because of this, I've always been a very sad kid and a very private adult. I'm 22. My mom has a history of obsessing over people who are no longer in my life. For these reasons, I haven't told her about my boyfriend. One day, she saw me getting out of his car on the street and threatened to go talk to him unless I told her more about him. We had a fight, and she ended up not going. At home, she told me the only things she needed to know were whether he treated me well and his age. I answered those questions, thinking that was the end of it. Fast forward a few days, I caught her looking through my phone. I don't have a password. I asked her what she was doing, and she lied, saying she was just putting it on my desk instead of my bed. I let it go, but today I woke up to the sound of her entering my room at 8 a.m. She tried to take my phone, and I moved so she'd know I was awake. She pretended to clean something and left. 15 minutes later, she came back and took my phone for real. I didn't want to confront her because I'm seeing my now long-distance boyfriend today, and I didn't want her to punish me. She looked through my phone for a few minutes and then left. Now I've set a password, but I'm completely devastated by the invasion of my privacy. What do you think? I try so hard to be nice to her. I try to help around the house. I cook dinner, do whatever. And she ruins it. I hide all my feelings from her and try to be nice, and she somehow always makes it out to be that I'm wrong somehow. I don't eat what she cooks anymore. Makes me sick and doesn't taste good, so I cook dinner when I can. I was cooking today and she told me I did the meat wrong, spaghetti, and then put tons of cheese in it and ruined it to where I can't eat it now. She does this all the time, and please don't tell me I should just leave. I know I should and I want to, but she is not dependent on me financially and a part of me feels bad for even thinking about leaving. I know I have to get over this, and I beat myself up for even feeling bad or even angry towards her, but it's hard. It waking on eggshells around her, can't mess up or even be human. She takes it all so personal and acts like everything is the end of the world if there is a mistake. I'm exhausted and just sad. I wish this wasn't the way it was. I wish I didn't have to leave to try and find some peace. I don't know what to do or how to feel anymore. Edit just for some added, she loves to say I won't get a husband etc. because I don't cook or clean. Am I in the wrong here? Please let me know. Growing up, I admired my mom. She was my biggest role model, and she inspired me. In my eyes, she was my hero, but she was also my first bully. My mom would comment on my weight and my appearance, often telling me I needed to watch what I ate and that I always needed to look put together. My mom was always tough on me about my grades, often telling me I needed to be better and try harder. This led to me developing an unhealthy level of perfectionism, and even today I still struggle with the idea of being perfect. As I got older, she would always comment on my body. By the time I got to middle school, I had developed a full eating disorder that I never told her about. Throughout the years, she would continue to comment on my body, inveterately triggering me further. She would comment on things like my hair or my skin and hyperpigmentation, saying I need to bleach my skin. She would also comment on her body, saying I ruined her perfect figure when she got pregnant with me and that she used to look great with a six-pack, and I gave her, in her own words, a hideous C-section scar. Now that I look back on it, my mother did other things I disagree with, like calling me names like the B word or a wench when I made her angry. Or pulling my hair and pinching me when I didn't listen. I always felt bad for existing, like I somehow ruined her life. I also struggled with my mental health growing up, constantly dealing with anxiety and depression. My mental health reached its peak during my sophomore year of high school. My depression was at an all-time high, and I was seriously considering ending my life. Every night, I would cry myself to sleep and be on the phone with someone from the hotline. I looked back at the pictures from that time, and I looked half dead. I looked like I was already gone. During that time, I tried to reach out for help from my mom and dad, but my mom basically told me it was all in my head and mind over matter. I cried every day and begged her not to send me to school. Keep in mind, my mother was the parent who would send their kid to school with a fever instead of letting them stay home. So that was automatically a no. My mom always said I was being dramatic or I was making her feel like a terrible mother. She always said she didn't know how to fix me. I don't blame my mom. I was struggling and I probably made her life difficult, but her words still hurt me and made me feel even more alone. Fast forward to today, I am 18 and currently in my first semester of college. I had to fight hard and take out a ton of loans, but here I am. I moved away from home, over 300 miles away, and currently love my life. My grades are great, I have a job, and I love my roommate. My mom wants me to call her once a day. I did that initially to appease her, but as time has passed, I usually stick to texts now and then. Every time I'm on the phone with her, I feel like I get snappy or annoyed at times when I don't even mean to. I still love my mom, but the space has been better for me and my mental health. Even when we are on the phone, she finds ways to make passive comments, asking when I'm going to go to the gym or if I'm done rotting in bed and being lazy. But in the same breath, she'll say how much she misses me and how I'm her baby, and she can't wait for me to come home. I still love my mom and care about her opinion, but my life away has made me realize that space is good. As I'm getting closer to winter break, I know I don't want to go home. I'm even already stressing about summer break and trying to find internships or jobs to keep me out of the house. While I love my parents, my mom is someone I fear becoming in the future. I have my mother's eyes and her anger that haunts me every day. Once I finish undergrad, I hope to go to grad school and never look back. But I feel guilty for feeling like this. I know my mom still loves me, just in her own way. I don't know what to do or how to feel. I hate feeling like this because I feel like I discredit all her love for me. Does anyone have any advice?